Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome to another adventure. This is a turn and burn mission for me. Just got back from Lake of the Woods with my family. We stayed up on the ice. That piece is being edited now, which is probably done. You can probably see the link below if you want to watch a little family hook set adventure. But when I got home, I got a text from a good buddy, fellow ice team member, Jason Durham, up in the Park Rapids area. Tremendous fisherman, tremendous fishing guide, great ambassador for the sport. Invited me to come up and chase smallmouth bass through the ice. So couldn't be more pumped up. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. It was kind of a soup sandwich, getting everything ready to go after getting home from Lake of the Woods. So looking forward to the day on the ice. So let's be great today.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
We're here!
What are we gonna go do?
We're gonna go catch some fish. We're gonna hopefully stay warm. It is cold out here this morning. I actually saw a bobcat on the road on the way in, which was really cool. And we pretty much have the lake to ourselves. We're gonna go, hopefully, catch some big smallmouth, and I think we're gonna do it.
I can't wait to spend the day with you, my friend.
This is gonna be so much fun.
All right, let's get packed up and do it.
Let's go.
Let's get the Bearcat out. Here we go. All right, little four-wheeler trouble, not starting. Good thing we got it.
That's what happens with cold weather. Sometimes equipment fails and it doesn't work, but it's good to have backup plans, and we do. We're still gonna make this work.
I'm looking forward to riding piggyback with you on that thing. All right, I think we got enough gear. I'm not 100% sure, but look at that, packed up. All right.
That's just for two people. That's not for a whole village to fish.
All right, let's go fishing.
Hey guys, I'm just getting rigged up here. I'm gonna show you what I'm using. This is the Drop Jig XXL, which is a super sweet tungsten. You can see it's got a big wide gap hook. I'm gonna just tie a simple polymer knot here, my favorite knot. Quick, simple, fast, out in the elements, and probably the strongest knot you can use. And then what's really unique about this presentation is something I'm really excited about is this new Silky Jig trailer that Clam has come up with. It's a really unique synthetic, made out of silk trailer with a bunch of like little tentacles that soak up the water when it's, when you drop it down. And it's amazing how well they move in the water when you jig it. It adds a little bit of bulk, adds lifelike movement, and then to top it off, I'll put the Mackie spiky on. But you can see I just take this and thread it right through the ball. It's really easy, and just kind of push it up the jig shank. Just like that. And then I take that spiky and I just thread it right on there. That is a beauty presentation. Let's go.
So a couple things about fishing outside. We're going to be using these drop jigs with a silky on there. I've used this a few times. And the one thing is, after you've used it, the next day when you go out, sometimes it's a little stiff. So you might just want to pull on it a little bit. The other thing is, I always check to see how that jig sits in the water. I want it to sit horizontal. And the way that I've got this tied up, I actually did a snell knot or a uni knot on the shank of the hook. So it pretty much sits like this. I don't have to adjust the knot. But since it's cold temperatures, after you catch a fish, and this might be laying on the ice for a minute, that silky will freeze. So you got to thaw it out before you put it in again. But that thing moves so well. And these fish are down right in the rocks. They're super deep. So I'm in like 38 feet of water right now. And you might even drop your bait down where you can't see it anymore, or even knock it in the rocks, and those fish will come and pick it up. But because we've got that long distance, because it's so deep, those bites are really tough to detect. So you have to use your eyes, not only watching your electronics, but watching your rod tip too. And they don't bite hard. I mean, you think, oh, maybe like a little perch came up and just nipped it. That's a smallmouth. And the setup that I'm using, I've got this 28-inch light Clam Scepter rod. You can see it's got, even though it's a light action rod, it's got some really nice backbone to it. And I'm using the gravity inline reel. And you go, well, those inline reels are made more for shallow water and like panfish and stuff like that. Because of the gear ratio on here, it works out super slick, and because of the drag system, it's just ideal. So let's drop down. Let's see. We haven't put a line in yet, and these fish get aggressive. Everybody thinks a smallmouth is being so docile in the winter, and they don't move a lot, but they'll be aggressive. Reacting to it. Oh, there's one. Come on, buddy. Come on. And it's just like panfish. It's a cat and mouse game. Oh, he touched the tail. Oh, come on. There. That is a good fish. The nice thing too, as soon as you hook one, you got some time to get your transducer out. The other thing I like about this gravity reel is you've got the drag right at your fingertips, right on your reel handle. So to adjust is super simple. This is a nice fish. The line that I've got on here, I've only got 3-pound test line, and you go, well, is that strong enough for these fish? And it absolutely is. It's the Clam Frost fluorocarbon. So super clear, and this water is ultra clear.
What a battle.
I love this. I love this so much. How can you not enjoy bringing up a fish like this?
First drop too.
The thing is, there were 2 more with it. Now we've got 8-inch holes that we're fishing out of, and some people go, why don't you use a 10, or why don't you drill a couple next to each other? If you get the head up, ooh, this is a nice fish. Oh, that'll work. Come on, buddy. I don't want you to get off.
That is a beast.
He doesn't think he's done fighting yet. The good thing too is once you get their head out of the hole, they pretty much are done. How's that for a tank right off the bat? Look at the belly. Now, one really important thing too is, because we're in this deep water, we want to get these fish back quickly, just because of their swim bladders and everything. So
let me see the side of that thing real quick, Durham. Wow, is that a beauty?
And just fat, thick, solid fish. Let's get him back in there.
Yeah. What a way to do it. That is so cool.
Kick, buddy, kick.
He's pooped out.
Oh, he's gonna go. And this is part of the whole fishing them deep. So they don't have a valve that they can let out their bladder. As soon as he kicks once, he's gonna go. And we always like to watch. See, here he's gonna go. Come on. There he goes. Now I always like to watch on the Vex too and see that fish go down, because I want to affirm and confirm that fish is safe and that fish has gone back down. If we were letting him go and we weren't seeing that descent, then we shouldn't even be fishing here.
Woohoo! Knuckles, yes! That's sweet. That was a beast.
That's a big fish. There,
yeah.
I just saw him go down to the bottom right there. So we're good.
Woo! Sick, dude. That was sweet.
Oh, that's good stuff, Jebby.
All right, I'm gonna try to catch one.
Your turn.
There's one. Just on the outside of the cone. Come on, eat it. Hooked up. Wow, is that cool, Durham? Boy, huge head shakes. That's fun. Of course, I dropped a little. That is really cool. That did not take long, my friend.
How's it feel, Jeff?
I think I got a cute one, but I'll take it for my first one. Not as big as yours, but really cool. Look at that guy. Yeah, that is really cool. Right in the beak.
I tell you what though, with smallmouth, most people would be excited to catch one that size.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
That's not a bad fish
You
at
kind of
all.
ruined the day by catching a giant right off the bat. All right, let's let this one go right away. Try not to get my glove wet. Look at that guy. Right down. Woohoo!
Yes!
Yeah! That's really cool, Durham. That is a fun bite.
Do it again! Do it again!
Oh my gosh, if it goes like this all day long, I don't know if I have enough media cards in the thing. Oh, I'm gonna stop that. That's a good clip. Hooked up. That was a really cool bite, Durham.
That's a big fish.
That was a really cool bite to where he just came in and boy, they really come up fast at times, don't they?
Yeah.
When they do those head shakes.
Maybe it's not a smallmouth. Maybe it's a eel pout, a walleye.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's a smallie the way it's fighting.
This is a good fish though.
Boy, it was oh baby. Jeez, look at those head shakes, huh? Digging. Doing the circle like a big panfish.
Now, if people say, you know, when the water gets cold that these fish...
Oh, I think my battery died on that one. That's all right.
You want me to get this out? Certainly.
Oh. Yeah, look at that leopard. Yeah. It's really cool. Really cool.
People say that these fish are dormant, docile when that water gets cold. That thing did not fight like it was docile.
At all. That is a beauty. Look at that thing right there.
Nice fish.
Thanks, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's let her go. There she goes.
Beautiful.
That is the coolest thing in the world. I mean, you know, I fished largies before, and that is, I mean, Durham's got these things so dialed in where it's exactly how he said. They show up on the graph, and that one rushed it, didn't eat it, and then I just kind of held my ground. Small little short shakes like a bluegill. She bit it.
It's like crappie fishing or bluegill fishing, but you've got a lot of distance between you and the bottom.
Yeah, and then when they bite it, and you just see, you have to really watch your line.
Yeah.
My line tightened up and set the hook.
Yeah, even with a limber tip, there's not a lot to witness.
No.
You got to be on point the whole time.
Yeah, sweet. Woohoo! Okay, we're rolling.
There we go. Hooked up. I've got, this is not a big fish, but I've got some giant boulders. This is just a little guy.
Hey, you gotta catch little ones if you're gonna catch all the big ones, right?
These boulders in this hole are so big, you've got a differential of about 3 feet that you can't see your bait. And this one came up, there are actually 2 more smaller fish with it. But this was super aggressive. I mean, came way up off the bottom. This will be a good one to catch in a couple years. And these smallmouth, they've got a long lifespan. So it's not uncommon to catch a fish that's 15, even 20 years old. Let's let him go, let him grow. See you, bud.
Woohoo! You're talking about line management a little bit.
Yeah, so especially when you are fishing out, you know, in open ice like this, and you've got sub-zero temperatures. It's not warm out today, and when we're pulling up fish from those deep depths, you're always having water that's getting onto your line guides, into your reel and everything. So you need to make sure that your line guides are clear before you set the hook on a fish. Otherwise, you're going to lose it. You might break your line. And that's one thing we definitely don't want to happen, is have the line break way up here when we've got another 35 feet of line down in the water. We don't want that extra line just kind of, you know, floating around in the environment. One thing that I'll do with my reels is I always make sure that I clear ice away from the spool especially. And if I'm using a spinning reel, that's incredibly important. And then if they do just freeze up, if they get too cold, they get too much water on, I'll stick them inside my jacket. We do have a house here today, so if we get extra cold, Jeff and I can just tuck away and we can warm up our gear and warm up our bodies too if we need to. So always pay attention to that. Even just the ice around your hole, so your line's not getting caught onto it, and getting some of that slush out of the hole too, so you're not getting caught up on it when you're trying to feel that bite and see that bite. Let's get another one.
Woohoo!
What is this thing? I don't know, but oh, I see, there's more than one. There's another fish that's chasing this though that is giant. This is small, but there's a really big fish. I don't know if it's a big pike or what. This is tiny, but it came and chased this for just a second. How about that, a rock bass?
Rocky Rococo!
That's, you know, we're chasing smallmouth that aren't very common in the winter. This is another species that is definitely not common. But remember how I said that other fish was chasing it? Look at this rock bass. You know, I don't know if these are sores from rummaging through the rocks. That probably isn't on its tail. This thing's been picked on a little bit. Maybe, you know, by a pike, possibly by an eel pout. Who knows? All I know is there was a very large fish behind it that I want to catch. Rock bass.
Rocky Rococo, nice catch.
Not what I expected.
That's what you're known for.
I am.
Jason Durham Guide Service, Rockies.
I have a shirt that says Rock Bass King on it.
I can see why.
Just can't get away from. Let's see what happens though. Let's see if that bigger fish will bite. If it's a pike, I'm probably no match for it with 3-pound test. But you never know if you hook them just right. Sometimes you luck out. That's the cool thing about this lake too, is it's such a healthy fishery that it's got big fish of every species. I don't know what, I would guess what this is, but it's not the big fish, but it came up in a cluster of fish too.
Are you on the rock bass hump?
I don't know, I might be. If this is a rock bass, this is a good one. Now I kind of hope it is. It is! Oh my gosh!
You're on
No, it's not that big. But I am definitely on the rock bass hump. We've established a pattern here for the rock bass. Those smallmouth were just
Let me see that beautiful species.
Those smallmouth were just incidental fish before we got into the Rockies like we wanted to chase.
Oh, it's a beautiful fish. Nice work, Durham.
So people won't be... I thought it was another rock bass, but this is not a rock bass. This is not a rock bass. Whoa.
It's not.
After catching 2 Rockies in a row, I thought, well, we're on number 3.
You're on fire.
And I thought it was another cluster of fish coming up, but this is a single fish. This is a nice fish.
Man, this is what ice fishing's all about though, isn't it? I mean, to drive out on the sleds and drill a few holes on a hump, and I mean, it's been hook set after hook set. Look at that rod just doubled.
You know, when people talk about the smallmouth is, well, they go into these wintering holes. Whoa!
Big one.
Whoa! Oh my!
Look at that!
That is a big smallie.
Oh my god!
Yes, I got redemption after the rock bass.
Look at that beast! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna take a quick photo. Look at that beast!
Thank you so much.
Wow! Talk about that thing, Durham. That is a really special fish.
That is. I mean, there's people that don't. They go a lifetime without catching a smallmouth this big.
Yeah.
That is an absolute toad.
Jeez.
Let's get him back in here.
Yeah.
Come on, bud.
What a battle. Wow, what an adventure, Jason. I mean, come on, to come out like this has just been insane fun.
Well, the thing is, people think about smallmouth in terms of what they do in the summer, and they go, well, I go up on these little rock piles or brush piles and fish them really shallow, and a lot of times they're relative to crayfish. This is a totally different bite, and like I said, people talk about the deep wintering holes. These aren't holes at all. We're fishing humps out here, and if you can catch the smallies super late in the fall, they're probably going to be there all winter long. Now in Minnesota, it's a catch and release season, so the season's open. We can target them, but you can't keep any. So you just got to be careful about protecting those fish. Like when it's cold like this, we want to get them back. We don't want their fins or eyes to freeze. And we're lucky because it's not 30 below or anything like that. It's cold enough for our line to freeze and our noses to run, but those fish are going to be okay. And man, what a fun thing to catch a fish like that.
I mean, come on, seriously, that is unbelievable. Woohoo! Wow. Doesn't look like a super giant, but guess you never know. Jeez, that's a cool bite. That is so cool. It is a little one, but man, you know, everywhere you go, you just got to kind of figure out the little nuance, the current, you know, of the deal. And oh, my line was froze up there. Oh, but that's why you didn't smoke it. The last time we are on the Rocky Rococos. Last time we did that, Durham caught a giant. So rock bass love. Man, this bite was just unbelievable. You know, I'm so fortunate to be able to come out and, you know, get invited on a special opportunity like this, and you know, we had a little conundrum this morning with the cold weather, but my four-wheeler didn't start, so I got a ride on the back of the snowmobile with Durham, so I got the full guide service. It's pretty awesome. But it's fun for me to see the different bites. And you know, I've fished largies through the ice. You know, I've done that on Leech Lake. I filmed that, and it's very similar in nature to where you know, you can't do a hard takeaway move because they don't like that. They want the jig just kind of pounded in their face, and I can just picture them kind of coming up to it and just slurping it in. But I got more fish on the bottom. That other one looks like a little bit bigger one. There's another fish coming up already. That might be another rock bass, but I can't tell. Maybe I'm on the rock bass hole like Durham was earlier. Well, there's a whole bunch of them down there. Look at that, Durham. Rock bass central. Look at them all down there. That was cool. All right. Oh, this one's gonna eat it. This is a smallie here.
That's a good. Oh.
Oh, you could instantly see that was a different fish. Oh, they do those hard runs up. Look at those shaking like that. Man. Oh, I caught that Rocky just like you did, and you could just see how much bigger this fish was on the bird. I mean, and they fight kind of like a giant bluegill. You know what I mean? Where they're going around in a circle and around in a circle. Right at the hole. Oh, it's a pretty nice one. Man, brownie. Brownie. Look at him dig. Oh, look at this guy. Yeah. Oh! They are tough customers. Beauty. Jeez. That is a fun fish. Smallmouth bass in the middle of nowhere with my buddy Jason Durham. Jason, this is unreal. Wow, that's a diddly jig and a diddly combination. Here, we're gonna just take a look at that guy real quick. Beautiful brownie. All right, let's let him go. Down she goes. You know, Jason was talking about, you know, we are fishing deeper water, and you know, our number one concern is making sure we take the best care of these fish. If we were hurting these fish, we'd definitely be not fishing for them. But you can actually see them go down on the graph. That last smallie I caught, I let go and I watched them swim all the way down. They can kind of adjust, and I'll let Jason talk a little bit more about that when we're done here. But super cool brown bass on the ice, chowed it. Doesn't get any more fun than that right there.
I'm dropping down and I'm watching this fish chasing my bait. I mean, we're in, 40 feet of water, and this thing is, I don't know, 6 feet below the ice. Oh yeah. Oh, this is cool. Definitely not on purpose, but we'll take it.
Wow, that's cool.
If I can get its head up in the hole.
It's a pretty nice one too, isn't it?
Yeah, you talk about a fish that fights hard. So pretty. Now this is where it would be advantageous to have a 10-inch hole. Just like when we do lake trout.
Silver.
It's not a huge fish, but
wow, look at him just dog.
Every time you try to get the head up the hole, it just does somersaults. Not to mention when they fight like that,
We'll try to catch him
they get the line tangled up a little bit.
swimming like that. There. Oh, it's a beautiful one.
Hey, bud. Hi.
Look at that guy.
You talk about a fish that's difficult to grab
Yeah.
onto. And we don't, oh, come on, buddy. We don't want to harm this thing. We want to get him back in there. Cool fish.
Look at how pretty that thing is.
That little drop jig with silkies, it'll catch anything, Jeff.
I would say, wow, Durham, that is really cool.
All right, see you
Hang
later,
on.
bud.
No, yeah.
Let me get the line out of the way here.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, nice and slow.
That was possibly the worst release for camera that you could ever have.
Holy buckets.
But that's real life. That's real life. That's what happens sometimes.
Hey, I mean, come on. Let's talk about our morning and our day, and I want you to talk about, you've been taking people fishing for how long with your guide service. And
boy, it's been a long time, and Jeff, you and I, we've known each other for a long time. This is actually coming up to my 30th year of guiding. 30 years, 3 decades. And when I first started out, I didn't do ice trips, and ice fishing definitely wasn't as popular 30 years ago, but now it's just exploded, absolutely just blown up. And I get calls all the time about guiding on the ice, and I actually do now take people out, but we don't go and set up in a permanent shack that's heated and already at 70 degrees. We go on adventures just like Jeff and I are doing today, where we're going to go out and set up a clam hub, or we're going to fish open ice. You got to be hardy. You got to have some good gear, some good clothing, and of course we're going to make sure that you are warm. But we're going to get some fish too, and it might be something that you've never done before. Maybe you've never ice fished at all, or maybe you've never angled through a spearing hole where we cut like a 3-foot by 2-foot hole, and in shallow water where you can watch the fish come in, and you can learn so much just about their behavior when you can see how they react to the different ways that you move your bait and what it actually looks like under the water. And all of our lakes around here in the Park Rapids area are very, very clear, so to do something like that is simple and accessible on any lake that we've got in the area. So yeah, if you want to come on an adventure, you can find me on social media, you can find me online. I'd love to take you out and give you, your family, just an incredible experience on the ice or open water, either one.
Where can they find you at, Durham?
You can find me online, go-fish-guides.com. You can just search Park Rapids Area Fishing Guides. Go Fish Guide Service is my business, and yeah, let's go fish.
As good as it gets right there. Heck yeah. Woohoo! Unbelievable. Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff. Let's do it
stuff.
again.
Let's do it again.
Yes.
Just a couple of guys out in the middle of the lake.
And I mean, we don't have, when we came down here, there weren't tracks from other people coming down here. There weren't holes drilled. There were, I mean, we're the loners out here for the most part. There's somebody plowing an ice skating rink, and we saw somebody.
I was just gonna say
ice,
the only other person out here is they're playing a little hockey, stick and puck with the boys.
And I love that. I love getting away from the crowd and doing something unique like this. Smallies through the ice. Not many people do it. What a blast!
What an adventure!
Ours.
There, we got him.
Yes.
Woohoo! Hooked up, baby. Heck yeah. That was cool. We were kind of bouncing from hole to hole. Man, they're just doggers, aren't they? Heck yeah. The wind has really picked up. We got a storm coming. So Durham and I are trying to set the hook as many times as we can before the storm comes. Man, they are cool fish, Jason. Look at that thing down there, just dogging. Oh, beautiful smallmouth. Beautiful smallmouth. Heck yeah, brownie! Oh man. Geez, that drop jig silky combo, and I'm using the Mackie Spiky, which is my favorite Mackie. And you're using the what?
I'm using what I call the Angel, which is actually two silkies. One that's sideways T-bone and one that's straight off the shank of the hook.
They're gonna have to show us what that is, but look at that beautiful brownie. Man, they are beautiful, thick, fat, beautiful fish.
Nice fish,
heck yeah.
Jeff.
All right, let's let this one go. See you, my friend. You are so fun. Look at that. Wave goodbye, and down she goes.
I don't know if I got that. I don't know if you died.
Oh.
Right at the end, because the screen went blank.
Oh, maybe the battery died.
Right at the very, very end. I think I got the catch.
You just caught that one.
No, this one's a little bit better. This is a nice
one.
I
mean,
just like in the summer, they come up and breach. They try to jump right out of the hole. Keep your rod tip down so they don't come out.
Bow to the king, bow to the king.
Bow to the king. That's a nice smallie. That is a really nice fish there. And this thing was just super aggressive. Just kept coming and coming and coming. And what I found is that sometimes to get them to come in, you're actually making contact with the rocks and bouncing it into the rocks a little bit. And once you see them, then they're gonna start chasing your bait.
We having fun yet?
We've been having fun all day.
Heck
God,
yeah.
What a riot. An absolute riot, Jeff.
Oh, I love it, my friend.
We have fun just when we get together in general, but when we catch fish too, it's even better.
You got that right. You got that right. Man, it's been an awesome day.
Couldn't ask for a better day, ever. When you're out on the ice fishing, it's a good day no matter what.
Amen to that.
Jeffy. Come on, come on. Oh, you were right on it. Here he comes, here he comes. Oh, yes! That was like 3rd time's a charm.
That was cool. Nice fish. In the snowstorm, buddy.
In the snowstorm.
You are so hot over here.
We are very tough individuals to be out here.
Tough or dumb? I don't.
Jeff and I were talking about it, how we've become softer in our age. Yeah. Oh, this is a nice fish. Oh yeah.
Oh baby. Oh, look at that
yes.
beast.
Oh. Hey bud. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful fish. And look how I have it hooked. I mean, just you talk about requiring a sharp hook and what an advantage that is. I would never have caught that fish without a super sharp hook on there. Let's put this back and let me show you a little bit of exactly what I'm using here.
Yeah, let that baby go.
Kick. There you go. So what I've got on here is the Clam Pro Tackle Drop Jig XXL, which just means that it's got an extra big hook on here. And we're using the new Silkies. And what it is, it's actually silk strands, and I've got 2 of them on here that are hooked differently. Now I've caught enough fish on here that it's pretty beat up, but it actually looks more like an angel, where it'll have silk coming out the sides and then silk coming straight off the end of the hook. Now the cool thing about it is we talk about all these different materials that we use for of various species, like bucktail, okay, or animal hair, and then feathers, marabou, and just how it moves in the water. And marabou, when you see it on a jig, it looks fluffed up, but as soon as you put it into the water, it all sticks together and looks like just a little stick. And when you use hair, a lot of times that will fluff up a little bit more, but it doesn't have the movement in the water. When you jig it, it's more stiff. The silk actually absorbs water, and it moves just incredibly when you move your rod tip at all. I mean, even just a little twitch, and this thing is gonna dance. Now, the cool thing that I like about it too is that it's highly durable. I went last spring fishing panfish, late ice, and actually had 4 days in a row using the same Silky and catching hundreds of panfish, and it was still, you know, intact and everything. So this little ball that you actually thread onto the hook is silicone, so it's a little bit difficult to put on there. You have to be careful not to hook yourself, but it's going to stay in place, and you're going to be able to catch a lot of fish on it.
Woohoo!
Makes me happy.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, it's moving a lot of water. This is a nice fish.
You're not.
I lost a butt. Look. I didn't want to go elbow deep in to get it.
It's too cold for that.
The good thing is, though, we got to see it. There's so many times that anglers lose a fish and they go, oh, it was the biggest one that I've ever had on, even though they never saw it. We know that wasn't the biggest fish of our day. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. In the snowstorm.
In the snowstorm. Pools and...
You are just... That was Panic at the Disco for a second.
That was. It just came up so fast. Oh, this is a really nice fish.
Oh, baby.
Oh, look at that toad.
Giant bass.
Oh, yes. That's a big smallmouth.
Holy buckets, Durham.
I don't care, winter, summer, spring, whatever. That is a big chunky fish.
You are just hammered. Every time I walk away, Durham's got big. Look at that beast. Oh my gosh.
And it's not like you and I are doing anything different.
Oh, you got it. You're just smoking me. You got the touch. I love it. You're kicking my
Midas touch today. Everything I touch turns to gold.
That is beautiful.
Or at least bronze. Beaut.
Oh, beautiful brownie.
Chubby.
All right, let's say goodbye to that guy. And the wave. An extended wave. You are on fire. As
Thank
fun
you,
as it
Lord.
gets.
Thank you for this day that I got to catch more smallmouth than Jeff.
Yeah. Ah, this stinking camera. Oh, I got one on my graph. I looked over while you were fighting it. I could see him looking at my jig. I don't care. As long as we're having fun, that's all.
I should
that-
probably drop down again. There's probably another one.
Yeah, I
down.
think you probably should.
Okay, you're gonna have to dodge this sled when I catch this one over here. This one's gonna eat it. Oh, no, he said no. Oh, wait. This might be a big one. Got him. Whoa! That was cool. I don't think it's a giant, but it's a decent one. Oh yeah. Whoa! Look at that. Jumped right out. In the snowstorm. Look at that giant. My goodness. What a day, Jason. What a day. Oh, look at this. Right in the beak. You were on the hot stick there over there. That was fun to watch. I had to make a little move in the snowstorm. It's probably going to be the last one, I think. You think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's turned to a complete whiteout. I'd hate to say no, but it's probably best that we ended on this bad boy. What a day. What a day. Let's let her go. Look at that. That is a beautiful brownie. Oh, give me the little flop. You ready? Oh yeah, the big wave goodbye. Jason, I know you're running the camera. We're self-filming this thing, so it's been as fun as can be, but it's a complete whiteout. And unbelievable. I'm telling you, I can tell you that call my friend Jason Durham if you want a fun experience. That's a fun day. Thank you, Jason, for sharing the memory, and that's what fishing's all about. Hopping on the sled, going in the lake in the middle of nowhere, dropping down and catching big brownies like that. I've never experienced that. So we'll see you next time.
What a day, my friend.
Snowy.
Thanks for the great day.
What a great time.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Just fantastic.
fun as it gets. I think we should probably pack up. Look at this craziness.
Today's a good day for catching snowflakes on your
You kind of like the silky,
just
right?
choke on them.
Yeah. Fun day. Thank you.
What a great time.
Yeah. Ice Crusades out.